What's up YouTube, Scootley back again, making one more video today. I'm getting a lot of questions about what it takes to get a CDL and what it takes to go to school, who pays for school and whatnot. So I just wanted to make a video to try to clear it up. I don't really know if it's going to be clear. Hopefully it'll be helpful to you. But basically, in order to get a CDL, you have to pass a written and driven test. For me personally, I went down to the DMV. I got the book to pass the written test. I read through it. I passed all the practice exams that are online. Just go to Google and search practice CDL tests, and it'll give you a pretty good idea of what you're going to face. As far as the driven though, I mean, okay, so you go past the written, you still have to take the driven, but you don't have a truck. So there's a couple of things you can do. If you know somebody that's an owner-operator, you can spend time in their truck with them, and then whenever the driven comes about, you can use their truck to pass the driven test. The only problem with that is a lot of the companies now want you to have so many months experience before they hire you on. So just having a CDL isn't enough anymore. It's best to get like 160 hours in a class, or some experience under your belt, so many hours. Chances are, if you know an owner-operator, you can do that. It's just a matter of getting it done. So that's an option. For me, the owner-operators I know have restrictions, and I can't do that. So, and on top of that, I wanted to go to school just because I've never driven a truck. There is a lot to it, especially if you're going to do more than one trailer, if you're going to do hazmat, things like that, plus getting familiar with air brakes. All stuff I've never dealt with before, so that's why I'm going to go to school. I do have experience with pushing and pulling huge machines around, like aircraft. No problems there, so I'm not too worried about the driving test. But anyway, I just want to get the written out of the way, and I want to get this class started, man. It's driving me up the wall. But anyway, as far as classes go, originally I researched local trucking classes that they offer at the college. They come with tuition of $3,000 to $6,000. That's something that you can't get financial or student loan for. So you basically have to pay out of pocket or get a personal loan of some sort. Once I figured that out, before I really researched the price of classes, I tried to research what trucking companies would pay for school. And every trucking company that I looked up wanted to reimburse tuition, which means regardless, I'm going to have to pay up front for the classes. So that kind of deterred me for a couple of weeks. I mean, I really had to do some research, but I really don't want to say specifically what company I'm going with yet. It is finalized, like once I get my CDL, I will be driving with them. But what I will offer is just a plethora of companies to research. These are companies that both pay for school either outright or they pay after the fact. So some of the companies are like Schneider, so Research Schneider, Maverick Trucking. I think they do a reimbursement program. JB Hunt is another one. USA Truck is one. And then there's a company called something England. I can't remember the initials at the start, but it's like EF or CF England or RF England or something like that. That's another one that either reimburses or pays after the fact, or reimburses or pays up front. One thing I'll tell you as well is the companies that pay for school outright and companies that are going to hire you on and reimburse tuition. Either way, any trucking company that you go with, they have their hub and they have this bubble, imaginary bubble around their hub. And if you don't live within that radius of the company or the hub, they won't hire you. So you got to make sure that you have a local address in order to go to work with these companies. So really just do your research. Get on Google, check it out. Don't be afraid to call the companies and ask to talk to a recruiter. The recruiters are extremely helpful at all these companies. I mean, I think I spoke with every company's recruiter. The only one that I had a hard time with, and maybe it's just my personal experience, I don't know, but when I called Schneider, man, that lady was rude as crap with me on the phone. I hung up on her. I was like, all right, forget it. Anyway, so you can mark Schneider off my list. That's not who I'm driving for. Anyway, I hope this is helpful. Look up those trucking companies. Call for the recruiters. The recruiters will not only tell you what they require as far as experience, but they'll tell you whether or not they have jobs available, how much experience, whether or not they'll pay for school, whether they pay up front or after the fact, and that's pretty much it. That's what you got to do. The company that I went with, very happy to say that they're paying for school outright, and I just pay it back $20, $40 a paycheck between now and a year from my employment. So pretty awesome deal. I guess to touch base with everybody else out there, Thursday, man. Thursday, I'm leaving Myrtle Beach. I'm going to be homeless. It's crazy, but it's exciting. I can't wait. You know what I mean? Like being single, no kids, might as well go make some money. Peace, y'all.